The Starfield Shattered Space DLC adds quite some new outfits, some of which are easily missable or just hard to find. I will tell you everything you need to know. Big shout out to Bethesda for sponsoring this video. Totally check Starfield and the DLC out via the special link in the video description. Now let's start with a new weapon and outfit, because there's one that you likely don't have yet. It's the full Fang outfit and rifle that, yes, look really awesome and are very well hidden. So this laser rifle is actually new. You can also find regular versions called Long Fang. Totally one of the harder new weapon types to get in my experience, but it's quite good. And again, this Fang rifle is a unique version of that, with the more arcade style look. So to get these, you first want to go to the Tomb of the Fang, which you find over here on the map. Enter the building and here you will find Malia. Make sure you have a med pack on you, give it to her, and then she will give you the Legacy of the Fang side quest. For this we need to infiltrate Control Site Kappa close by, really cool location, and then while clearing the enemies here, you find the broken heirloom items, including the weapon and armor pieces, but you can only see them in the menu and cannot equip them yet. If you then follow the mission, then in the end you will bring the heirloom items back to her and meet her father as well. Now save before this, because we have to successfully persuade her father into repairing the items and giving them back to Malia. So now you completed the Legacy of the Fang quest, but you don't have the items yet. Now to get them, we want to go to the Var Room camp that you find over here on the map. So high chance you won't immediately see it on your map if you've not been here yet. Simply use the vehicle to get here, and then you will of course unlock it as a fast travel location when you get close enough. Then we want to fast travel to Venus, land there, sit and wait on a chair for 24 hours, and then return to the DLC area Desra. Now you likely cannot immediately fast travel back to the Var Room camp, so I went to the Deep Gorge Refinery instead, and there I saved my game. If you now fast travel to the Var Room camp, a random event will trigger. Basically some enemies will spawn. Take them out and then look around for Malia. If she's not there, simply reload that save and fast travel back to the camp for a different event to spawn. I had to do this a couple of times, and then when I encountered a redeemed and took it out, she would walk into the camp. And this was also the case for Rogue Taco, by the way, on Reddit, who discovered this tactic, so big shout out to them. So now you can talk to her, but to get the items we actually need to take her out. Like you can steal some of the items, but not the suit and weapon. If she was like able to join you as a companion with this gear equipped, then I don't think this was worth it, but it's not possible, so we have to take her out if we want the loot. And I took her out 2 times and it's the same rolls on the loot, so that seems to be set. And yes, you now see me take her out with another new weapon, the Var Room Starstorm, the first particle heavy weapon that, yes, threats the enemies, but now benefits from the particle beams skill in terms of damage increase. You can get this from a main story mission of the DLC, just like the Var Room Schemas, a large blade that comes in many different forms and looks pretty sick. And you can also find different status effects on it, like incendiary, poison, or bleed. So you get an epic variant from an early main mission in the DLC, but I also found many legendary variants. The Penumbra is my favorite new DLC weapon though, as it shoots these vortex style grenades that can easily take care of enemies and also groups if the targets are close to each other. The range is pretty sick too, as you can shoot the projectile in a straight line, and I love the reload animation where you catch the ammunition and then replace it to reload it. This is also a reward from a main story mission in the DLC, but you can also just get it by going over here on the map and taking out this enemy, as he always drops it. Like while playing through the new content, you will of course also find a lot of the new DLC loot, including the new Quick Strike pistol, a laser gun that does not have the best accuracy, but is still pretty powerful. I got one with corrosive damage and some pretty nice perks, but still it's not the best weapon. No, way better is a unique new weapon that is pretty well hidden. And by the way, if you liked the video so far, leave a like, that would really help me out, and subscribe for more Starfield content like this. So this one is called the Speaker's Judgment. This is a new Starlash gun they added, and this unique one has some pretty nice modifications, making it good from any range, and it has the chilling effect. effect, so enemies can randomly get frozen and then become a very easy target. So no story spoilers of course, but you get it by traveling to the skilled citadel after finishing the main story for the DLC. Then running up like this, jump into the crater, and then in the middle you will find the weapon. But yeah, as you already saw in the intro, Bethesda is hiding way more things pretty well, like among a ton of grey nonsense memorial items. And the stats for this new Fall Rock battle helmet you can grab here are insanely good, enhancing damage against scanned enemies and after doing a headshot as well, and it looks pretty awesome too. And you can very easily miss it because you cannot return to this location. So during the Skilled Citadel main mission, you will near the end, when you have to reach the pinnacle objective, find all these memorial helmets, and then yes, this one is actually legendary. But if you continue a bit through the corridor here, you find a door on your right, lockpick this to find another legendary item, a really nice pack with some amazing perks. So totally get this one too, as you cannot get it afterwards. Now you cannot really miss the new grenades, but they have some pretty unique effects. So you can craft them at a research station, you get the schematics by talking to Ekris early in the main story. So we got the regular charged vortex grenade, which basically the shot from the penumbra with a larger radius, dealing damage to everyone in it. The binding vortex grenade holds enemies in place by creating this sort of rock armor around them that holds them back so they cannot move. Pretty nice. We also got the facing vortex grenade that renders enemies basically useless, like they cannot use their weapons anymore or attack in other ways, but the downside is that you cannot deal damage to them either. So they're basically off the board for some time, handy in chaotic situations. The unstable grenade alternates between the effects of the other vortex grenades, so sometimes you phase out enemies, sometimes they're stuck in place. So yeah, it's too random, I cannot really recommend it. And we also got the lure grenade that summons these void horrors that can attack other enemies or yourself as well, so be careful. And you will of course encounter these new enemies throughout the DLC and totally loot them, because they give you the crafting resources that are needed to make these grenades. They're not really great, I think, or needed to complete the DLC in my experience. Just a fun addition if you want to change things up. Same for a lot of the other new outfit pieces. I do love the Varun outfit with the scarf, giving some Dune vibes. Like, there are way more new outfits that you can just find while playing, but yeah, why use them? Like, apart from the legendary items, there's no real reason to. Especially if you got the free Bethesda creation for the Stormborn Gravis suit. Like, if you for whatever reason missed this, I totally recommend that you get it. So go to the creation section and then you can just find it there. And then you have to go to the room in your lodge and then you will find it there on the ground. If you don't see it yet, simply save your game, restart it, load that save, and then it should be there. It's kind of insane that they gave this as a creation, because it kind of ruins the other armors in the game. Subscribe for more Starfield, a like on the video would really help me out, and check out other content here by clicking on the screen. Again, thanks to Bethesda for sponsoring the video. Check the game out and the DLC via the link in the video description, and I will speak to you soon. Goodbye.